Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Let's check the energies for the collective and what's the news about you and what people are saying about you. So let's check that out. All right, let's go and pick a card. Wow, the Four of Wands. There is time for celebration. There are some big events happening, and it can be the 4th of July, it can be in July, it can be a birthday, it can be some sort of celebration, it can be a wedding, it can be a promotion, it can be anything that you believe it would be very beneficial, whatever that is. But you're going to get some good news. Maybe you're going to, for some people, it may be news of pregnancy. So let's find out. And people see you actually a very happy person. No matter what their circumstances, they see you in a place of celebrating life, so celebrating yourself. So that's a very exciting news. Look, the Page of Wands. So we're getting a lot of wands already. You are exploring. You're in nature. You're curious about life, and people are curious about you actually. Whatever you think, whatever you say, they want to know everything you think. You think about them, or their perception of you. Or they want to know how you perceive them. So that's a lot of curiosity about you and what you do with yourself. We have another 4 here. Oh, wow. So 4 of Swords, 4 of Wands, Page of Wands. So you are in a very rejuvenating mode, resting and celebrating and rejuvenating. They see you in this peaceful state of mind. You see here, in touch with nature, to really to ground yourself and to balance yourself. Wow, we got the sun. This is so beautiful. They see you vibrant. Maybe you have changed something with a butterfly. Some, I don't know, your clothes, your hair, your makeup, maybe your body is changing. You're going through some changes and you're embracing those changes with a big smile on your face here with the sun. Again, we see a lot of July, August season here, so something's going to happen around that period. They see you very vibrant, very charismatic, and then it's very exciting moment for you. I don't know why, but with the 4 of Wands and the Sun, it is like a big celebration coming out. The arrival of a child. It could be a boy for some of you. It could be a birthday. It could be a wedding. What's arriving? What is this surprise about? Can we find out more about? Oh, wow, the Judgment card in Scorpio. Again, we do have the planet Pluto in Scorpio that actually is about some big news or revelations. You see that with the trumpet, that it's 100% that you're going through some major transformations here. You're leaving a certain lifestyle behind you, and people are fascinated how you do that, because people cannot break from their routine and from everything they do. So you're kind of looking back and finding peace with whatever it was and happened in the past. You're just like exploring and learning more about yourself and loving more yourself. And here with the Judgment card is saying that you're embracing the new you, and every day that goes by you're learning more about, and you're accepting yourself with these new changes that happening into to yourself. There are some transformation here. The judgment we have it in Scorpio as well, just like the Pluto, the death card. So this is like the awakening for some with a trumpet. So some people see you as a catalyst for their awakening, and they are astonished by that. You see it here? That's why they're curious. It's not about because you're curious. I see it. They're celebrating actually the fact that they were not understanding you, but by now understanding you, they're understanding more about themselves. And this is the celebration. And the judgment is a very spiritual card. It's like God, you passed the test of God, and God used you for some lessons, some karmic lessons, and you accomplished your own task that was handed to you by God, by bringing awareness to other individuals and bringing them closer to God and His existence. You understand this? That's why we got this judgment and the sun, the awakening and seeing the light on the other side. You may have experienced some major pain, and probably you made it through to the other side. This could be for some other people who went through the dark night of the soul, by the way. I'm just having this vibe. People that were on the verge of some very traumatic events with the judgment. I'm seeing this now. You could have had some drinking problems, some sort of addictions here. And I don't want to get too much into it. For some people, it could have been very severe, and you thought that you could not even wake up the next day. But there you are. You made it through, my friend, to the other side, and you saw the light. These cards are very powerful, major arcana cards. And this combination, I'm telling you, this is like a life or death situation, and you got awakened. God chose you to go through those painful situations because you're the chosen one. And that's the celebration. Oh my God, because he chose people like you to awaken other individuals, and now they see things differently. They were blindfolded. They didn't know. Because when you go through the spiritual awakening and the night dark of the soul, there's some major triggering and some major pains that not everybody can understand that unless you go through it, the hardship of life. Everybody acts like they're so smart and they got some story to tell you, but they got no story. Look, the justice card, the karma. Look at that. The judgment, the justice, and the sun. Because these individuals, they never gone through the same situation that you, the hardship that you've gone. Everybody tells you their story, but it's nothing compared to what some of us have gone through. And they don't even know. They just know partial side of the story. They don't know all the pain, or some things that they know is just not even half the story. So they can never relate or resonate with your story. I had people that telling me that, how I look for validation and this and that. They have no clue. Their perception of me is nothing to do with what I actually do with myself and my life, and how I've been to this point in my life, and what I had to go through to slowly get better and stronger from many aspects of my life. Most of these people who try to give you lessons are people who are surrounded by friends and family, parents, a husband and wife, within a very close family environment, who are there to help them emotionally, mentally, and financially. So some of us, we never had that. We had to go through hardships alone. No financial means, no emotional or mental support, compassion, nothing. All that had to come from within throughout the journey. I've had people that criticizing me and judging me. These are the same people that that probably they had parents who paid their mortgage, who bought them a house, who helped them put a huge chunk of down payment. They never had kids to raise. It always comes from those individuals. So, and they have no clue what it likes to do any job, any shitty job, or any job is honorable. But I'm saying the hardship, right? And to do it alone, and then to get better and better in life. They have no clue. And it happens day after day, week after week, month after month. It never ends. And you think, when it's going to get better? When it's going to be? But they're just sitting there in their comfort couch and pointing the finger and telling you how you should change and how you should. And they have no clue what you're doing with your life while they're singing their song. And this is the card of the song too, with a trumpet. And that's when their awakening happens, because you know nothing about somebody until you go through that really deep hardship, like you went, right? So these people been always there to criticize. But the awakening happens. They're trying to see. They're seeing things from your perspective. This is when the awakening happens, with the judgment and the karmic lessons. So they were not seeing it from your perspective. They saw you as somebody who are, there's nothing you got to teach them, because they thought that you had this easy life. For some reason, they wanted to see it like that. They wanted to see you that were some spoiled brat with rich money coming from a rich family, which was untrue. It was not true. That was their perception, because you always try to keep your head up and not to show your weaknesses and not to be pathetic. You just worked hard and try your best, and then because you had a certain integrity, you had wealth within, a spiritual wealth, okay? And they thought that, no, had to be more. It had to be something financial, but it wasn't there. It was spiritual wealth that keeps you a certain level of self-respect and your boundaries that were put. They saw that as arrogance. You just saw that as a level of, like, you can tell the difference between somebody who is genuinely your friend and somebody who just want to take advantage of you. So, and when you try to, the thing is, people is that they could never understand you, because you have this multi layers of you. You could be this, you could be that, you could be anywhere, anything you wanted to be, without judgment about towards yourself, because you knew yourself to the T. You know what I mean? And they could never be like you, transformed like that, because they were raised in a certain way, to think in a certain way, and never change. Keep maintaining the traditional way, the status, to be loved. And they were talking about people pleasing, but they did everything by the book so they could be within the circle of being loved and liked. And they didn't even realize that it's you who went against the current, and they're always waiting for you to make your next move and to judge you. But now that it's all changed. They're seeing things from your perspective now. Look, a lot of look, the King of Swords. Look at that, the evidence and the truth. We got justice, judgment, the sun. Look at this. These are very sharp cards of somebody who is very, very clear in their mental state. He understands, and he has so much high standards about himself and the people he chooses to maintain in his circles. And he also talks very unbiased and impartial in his objectivity and how he expresses himself. He looks at the facts and the evidence. He doesn't put any in emotions when it comes to, and not because he's not emotional, but he's very truthful and very honest and honorable. He doesn't want to take advantage of the circumstances or be pathetic and play the victim here. He or she silently built themselves up in integrity, and just by looking at the facts. If you put a lot of effort and hard work to better your life, those are facts because you did this, and this, and nobody has the right to judge you because they've never been there. They don't know what you've been there and how you've done it, and determination and everything that you had to do and go through. So they see you the very sharp in your judgment, and very there is some strong boundaries with the King of Swords there, to be honest, because this person come to the realization that there's weaknesses here, if you see that, but he said, I don't care the perception of people about me. I just look at my own facts and my own life, and I am the only witness, and God is the only witness. The only testimony I can give is the testimony of my own life, and I'm speaking from personal experience, the King of Swords says. So there is a court, there is a trial. I see it here and here and here. So a lot going on here, but there is celebration. It could be some contracts as well that maybe you will sign, and there's a sun, which is abundance, and so that, oops, oh my God, so sorry guys. Another card here, the World. Oh my God, look, a lot of major arcanas. So you are completing a cycle here with flying colors. This is like completion of an assignment. It's like getting graduated. It's like getting like a certificate, like you passed it. I think according to our Lord, you passed his test, and not only, but I think you brought people together to have a better, a more compassionate understanding how the world runs. Because they were a bit in a la-la land here, especially about you. That's the thing. They had this misconception about you. And understanding that especially you see these people here, like these are all people that come from different countries. And I think they see you as somebody, that you're not from here. You know what I mean? You're not from here. And imagine what it's like to be from somewhere else and to start over, and without knowing anybody, starting from scratch, touching rock bottom here, and then and trying to build one brick at a time. And then they come into realization that, wow, this person did it on their own, and we are here judging that person. But these people that started a new life in a new country with a lot of difficulties, without 2 pennies in their pockets, right? And who are we to judge these people? How are we to dictate what their life is or has been, and how was it, and how fair or good? And remember, God always helps the underdog. God always helps the underdog because he just loves it. He loves to have the one who is going a bit through hardship, and everybody judges and thinks that they're never going to make it. Because he loves to see how wrong people are about somebody and misjudge you. Look, the Six of Cups, another celebration here. It strongly emphasizes a birthday here. It keeps showing this birthday thing with the Four of Wands and the Six of Cups. There might be some signing of contract here, some closing of a deal here, which is going to be very great, prosperous news, actually. So let me see what else we got here. But it's looking good. With the Three of Pentacles, yeah. So you're building something here. With the help of some other people, you're building something here. It's already going in it's on the way. It's happening already. And that's it's moving. Whatever project it is, it's already moving. And you may get some promotion or something here with the Three of Pentacles. The Tower, wow. Again, another major arcana. Big changes coming up here. big changes, shock and revelation. These people are very shocked and impressed by you. When they see you, they see that you are changed as an individual. Your perception of things, of life, your personality. Maybe you never changed. You were just you're trying to be more patient with people to better understand you. Now you just kind of don't care anymore. Before you were trying to convince them what you truly are. They didn't understand you. They thought that you were just being a clown trying pathetically for attention, but you were just being yourself. You were this way and that way, just the way you are, and you had fun doing that. I think they got some news, something about you, and you're unpredictable with the information, with something that you say and do that, it puts them in a state of a shock. It's like when you say something and then things happen and you say, whoa, that I saw, she said that. And the evidence is there and the judgment is the awakening, like, oh my God, that happened for real. Like it's when you predict something and then they're like, oh my God, she really did that. So they are starting to see you a bit of very spiritual and very connected to the higher sources. That's for sure. So let's close this. Oh, we got the Ace of Pentacles. You're going to get a big chunk of money here. That is really transforming your life. Yeah, you're building something here. A lot of bricks. Yeah, I see brick. I see the brick here. Okay, you see the bricks? And I see bricks there. So you're certainly building something here with this money. And it's a big investment for you, a big opportunity. And that's, makes you very excited about this drastic changes happening into your life. Oh yeah, with the Knight of Pentacles, it's slowly but steady, it's happening. You're taking care and nourishing your projects 100% here. Okay, so you're going through some major transformation and it's happening very fast and it's leaving people in awe, and it's awakening them actually about their own personal transformation and that they were not even aware of. Yeah. So good job, congratulations. You seems like you passed some tests here and you're grooving. Have a wonderful evening, everybody.